Hey guys, it is still January 1st, 2018. I'm gonna try and be a little bit more clear. I really just wanted to show y'all the chemtrails on that first video, I guess, and I want to be a little bit more positive, because it's a new year, and I threaten my attackers, kind of just, with my inner thoughts, because they're monitoring all that through remote neural monitoring and, probably electromagnetic signals, monitoring vibrations of the throat and jaw, somehow. But basically just thinking to them, I'm gonna kind of just lock it in till the first, but if this keeps going on until this year, it's going to be a whole new game this year. And I think I told y'all that on the last video. I can't do this another year. Like my body and my mind are just, they're running me through remote neural manipulation, and Dave CD really helps a lot. But it's still, it's still a war, like I said. But I'm really gonna step it up this year. And I guess the old saying goes that, it's always darkest before the dawn. It's getting pretty dark, guys. A lot of people, a lot of TIs are dying, and they're being burned, from, the torture, the V2K and the remote neural manipulation, and then it's causing some kind of, accident in their life because they're not paying attention, or there's manipulation of their motor functions, through remote neural manipulation. So, like I was saying earlier, I think that, I'm trying to process this. One TI told me, she said, because I was asking on one of my calls, I was just saying, what do you guys think that God expects from us in something like this, where it's like, normal people don't really believe us, and we're fighting 24-hour-a-day torture and mind rape and stuff like that. And she said something really smart. She said that, I think that God wants us to. I got an ambulance behind me. I had an ambulance come across earlier. And then an ambulance here. Try and get out of its way. Oh, it's a fire truck. So an ambulance earlier. They must be going to the same place. But she said something pretty smart. She said, I think that God, wants us to transcend. He wants us to transcend and, really rise above this stuff. I got to make sure that I have my air conditioning on, filtering the air inside the car, so I'm not pulling in air from the outside because there's so many chemtrails. This is insane, y'all. But I think that was a good answer, and I think that's what we have to do to process this stuff. Because I sometimes I don't even think I'm processing it. Like, I think, like, consciously I feel like I'm processing it, but then, like I said, I'll be doing something like listening to music, and it'll just trigger, and I'll just, like, break down, because it's all just so much. It's all, this is a Holocaust. This is like death squads, microwaving people, firing weapon systems upon them, their neighbors getting involved in harassment, and maybe, doing ground weapons. And this is like a worldwide phenomenon of murder, and it's like wrapped up in a business type format where it's like a growing business. Like, they're getting, like, money is funneled down from governmental agencies and the intelligence agencies to third-party contractors. Insanity. Like, where murder and non-consensual human experimentation, rape, mind rape is a business. Like, and it's, I don't know. I'm just trying. Okay, I'm gonna try and turn it around, guys, and just be positive. This is a new year. It is always darkest before the dawn. I think the dawn's coming soon. And we just got to stay positive. We got to try and transcend, and, try and process this stuff as best you can, and fight it the best you can. And I think sometimes you just, it'll process. God, I don't even like last night was so crazy on the conference calls. It was like, you know, trying to remain hopeful, and, you know, we all put positive thoughts towards this ending and towards people understanding, but then just hearing about, you know, so much pain. I'm just trying to process it, trying to understand what I need to do this year. It's hard, y'all. This is hard, and it's just been going on for so long, and my brain's just being like, I mean, right now, it's like somebody was talking to me yesterday. I talked to Dave yesterday, Dave Case, and he's doing very well. And then I talked to another TI, and it's just like, you know, I mentioned in our conversation, yeah, you know, I'm getting V2K right now. There's a one light car turning right there. I was like, yeah, I'm getting V2K right now. And she's like, you're getting it right now while you're talking to me? And I was like, yeah, I get it 24 hours a day. So, like, while I'm making these videos, I get Chatterbox. It's always on when I'm trying to go to sleep, when I'm in the bathtub, when I'm using the bathroom, you know, when I'm on a conference call, when I'm moderating a call. It never stops. You know, when I'm doing something like this, though, you know, it's easier not to pay attention to it. It falls into the background, but, you know, 24-hour-a-day Chatterbox with actual live people on shifts. My V2K responds to things, and I just, you know, it's not all automated. And then the remote neural manipulation stuff, well, y'all know the deal, target individuals, and I don't want to go through it now because I'm not feeling very technical at all. I'm feeling very scatterbrained, and I walk outside, and there's just a sky full of chemtrails on the first. It's like we're praying and being so positive last night, and, you know, I'm thinking as time goes on, people will know, and they'll have to pull back because they're murdering people. They're murdering and experimenting on people, so they have to pull back. People have to know that this is really happening, and they'll have to pull back. But then, you know, I do wrestle with some people who know a lot, like some TIs, and there's a sheriff coming right across. Some people who know a lot, you know, say that it's going to get worse, and I wrestle with that, guys. I wrestle with, wow, this is so insane, and it's so worldwide, and it's such a holocaust. Like, I don't see any human way that this can get better, because people are making so much money off it. So I wrestle within my heart, you know, saying, well, we still got to fight it, and there is a God, and, you know, he is great and can do miraculous things that can overcome the world. So you know, I wrestle with that a lot. I'm like, you know, I see things that people are insane. You know, people are very insane. They're going along with this stuff, and I'm like, you know, is this going to get worse? But then I say no, it's not. You know, I'm kind of just rambling now, guys. But you know, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do any more videos in my car for a while, guys, because my car is just they attack the engine somehow. It's not even, it doesn't even accelerate. They must have messed with some electrical system into it. Might not be able to release the second video because I'm just like tootling along in my car, like the engine doesn't even work. It might get me in trouble or something. But anyway, guys, so I know we all struggle with those things, and you know how to deal with this. But I really think that this year there's going to be a lot of breakthroughs. You know, the president's talking about electromagnetic attacks. You know, he's putting out new legislation. We really got to use social media more because you know, this legislation that's taking away net neutrality. You know, the censorship is coming in. And it's a slow burn. You know, they're trying to censor a lot of information on social media. So we've really got to start. We've got to use these avenues as much as we have them, because I don't want to say they're going to be taken away. I don't want to be negative, but we've got to hope for the best, prepare for the worst with this kind of thing. I hate to say something. I hate to be like this. Like I hate this video. I really hate this video, guys, but it is kind of just it's what I'm turning over in my head, my heart right now. So I might go ahead and put it out. You know, I just kind of wanted to wish everybody Happy New Year, and I think that the big strides we made this year, this is some big shit, some big Holocaust type shit, and there's a lot of corruption and agendas going on, and murder. So we've just got to pray as hard as we can and just be as positive as we can, and you know, just not give up here. I guess that's all I got today, guys. I'm coming back to my place. I should have put my camera down. I don't know. I'm having a hard time processing everything right now, because like a lot of people that I've talked to and not known intimately like that, but known very well, like talked to a lot and like knew them and heard them go from like Christina. The first time I talked to her, she sounded great and she was so positive and just a very religious, faith-filled person. And towards the end, you know, she was having trouble talking, and I couldn't even recognize her on the conference calls, because she was in so much pain, being treated so poorly where she was at, and also being tortured to death. So I don't know, guys. I guess I'll put this out because it's me trying to process stuff. I'd rather do videos where I'm a little bit more prepared. It seems like it's like not my style to do videos where I prepare a lot. And it seems like I'm coming to a place where I'm having a lot of trouble processing all of this, knowing exactly what to say, because a lot of it is so dark. But just to say that we have to keep going, you know, we have to keep being positive, and there are good people in the world. You know, we've got to keep getting this information out, and things are changing for the better. It's just, I guess that really got to me a lot more than I thought. That's what happens with me. I try to be strong, and I try to just I'm like, oh, you know, I try and mourn that loss, but it got to me a lot more than I thought. So yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video, guys. I'm going to put these out, but I guess a lot of stuff that happened last night got to me a lot more than I thought it did. But it's a new year. It's always darkest before the dawn, and we can do this. You know, God is with us. God really is. I really believe that. I'm not just saying that, guys. I mean, we are the good guys. We may be on the team that seems to be losing, but we're on the right team. You know, we're on the right team. So these people have already lost, you know, that are murdering Americans, you know, and lying about us, and torturing and getting away with it and making money from it. They've already lost their souls, you know, and really they can burn in hell. They really can burn in hell for what they've done to some very good people. Some very, very just pure-hearted people that I know. Alright, guys, and my car is so screwed up. I'm gonna have to just drive it like right to the corner store and back. I don't know how they did this. Alright, I know this wasn't the greatest video, guys, but this is the truth. This is how I'm trying to process things right now, and it's a new year. I wish I could be a little bit more positive. A lot of things happened towards the end of the year that were very bad, and I'm trying to process those things. But this is a new year to do things, to pick ourselves back up and put all that bad stuff behind us and just try and renew ourselves and fight this thing on new footing. So that's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to do it with you guys. So leave me a comment or email me at vulcanwolverine@gmail.com if you need to talk to me. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a great New Year's, and let's come at this thing again. Let's pick ourselves up and come at it this year with all the gains that we're making. All right, guys, I love y'all, and I'll see you on the next one.